everybody. It's your girl Jasmine, aka the Queen Bee of the Bee Party Podcast, and I am so excited to be talking to the owner of the Missing, Dominick. I'm going to let you introduce yourself to our listeners at this time.
My name is Dominick Williams. I'm from Slidell. I'm 21 years old. I was raised in many different parts of Slidell, around the area. And I created this brand when I was in high school in 2017. That's when I came with the idea. 2018, around October, that's when I first got my first logo on the hoodies and got to see it. And through that process of here where we are today, I wasn't consistent because life gives you trials and errors that you have to handle first before anything. So I'm still pushing, still going, and now I'm here.
Awesome. So I was looking at your images, and when I saw the brand, I was like, this is so unique. It's so different. And the title itself, Missing, I was like, oh my goodness, it made me very intrigued. And I know that you have shared some details with myself about what your brand stands for, but I just wanted to let you explain to our listeners, what is Missing?
Definitely. Missing is it's all about finding yourself and just keep searching and who you want to be in life, what you want to become in life. And it started from like my growing up experiences and feeling misplaced, and being in high school I always felt different. I didn't go to parties, kind of antisocial, you say, and I didn't speak much, and I always wanted to do things and interact, but some always held me back, so I always felt misunderstood, felt like I belonged somewhere else. And it's all about just becoming and finding who you want to be and being happy who you are, being comfortable in your own body, and just anything. And it relates to everybody. And I want to use this as an example, as like my brother was in Angola for a couple of years, around 8 years to 12 years. And when he came home, he came in the house and I had Missing on the wall, and it had the meaning on the shirts. And he looked at it and he teared up. And I was like, damn, like this is how big the impact could really be on people. Right. And like, for anybody, even if you, like, I don't know, this is crazy. Everybody can relate to it.
Right, absolutely. So it's like that missing piece of the puzzle to your life, to who you are. So it's like finding that piece of yourself, owning that piece, loving on yourself, and just kind of, embracing that unique characteristic or quality about the person. And I like, the fact that you mentioned that, you were kind of antisocial, because I always talk about I'm an extrovert on the exterior, but then on the interior, I'm such an introvert myself. So I know exactly what it's like to, not blend in certain situations and just feel like there's something that's always missing, trying to pull you in for more. So I definitely get that concept. So I know you said that you started your business in 2017. Was that like really the start of that, or is Missing something that you had been thinking about prior to? Like, when did you come up with the whole concept?
The whole concept was through 2017 is when I came up with the idea. And just like I started out doodling in my like books and schooling class and stuff, and just sending my thoughts and like, why are we here, and like what's my purpose on life and stuff like that, and just putting it. And then I came up with like an alien that's different, stands out from others and stuff like that. UFO, and me, like sometimes I just want to get away from reality and disappear and just come back whenever I want and stuff. Right. Get surprised. And but 2017 was when I had came up with the concept of it and everything. In 2018, I worked towards getting a logo, and I found the logo place that does screen printing. So I got it in motion and started like pushing it from there. And I'm still working in the progress. I learned how to do it on myself and everything now. And it's not as best as the company does it, but I'm getting there. I plan on be better.
Which is what I was going to ask you too. I'm so happy that you said that, because my next question was going to be, I know that you mentioned screen printing, and you said that you learned how to screen print yourself. And so my question was going to be, do you screen print for other people, or at this moment are you still just screen printing for yourself?
At this moment, I'm just screen printing for myself, like doing like one-of-ones. Like I do customs, like this jacket right here. It's a custom that I just did earlier this week, and I just do random pieces just to like test my capability and like test myself, what am I capable of. But I had a lot of people mention, like, can you do this for me? Can you like a lot of older people be like, can you, like, one dude, my next door neighbor asked, hey, can you put dedication on a shirt for me? And it's like, it's not that easy because it's a process.
Right.
But eventually I plan on doing it for other people and branching out and helping other people, because that's another way of like helping the community, and also another source of income.
Absolutely. And that's what I was going to say. Like, screen printing is so major, and it's so hard to find a good screen printer. It's hard to find someone who is reliable. So I can't wait for you to announce to us all that you are doing screen print, because I know so many people that are looking for screen printing services, myself included. And we're like, who can we contact? So I'm just going to put it out there to everybody to definitely be on a lookout. Make sure that when you follow his page that you are paying attention to those little tidbits, because once it gets off the ground, this is definitely someone that I think you guys should reach out to so that you can receive those services alongside with getting your Missing Apparel. So what made you choose the apparel industry for your Missing brand?
I say it's a way I can express my emotion, like try my best to express my emotion or feeling into something. Because me, to me, I really genuinely feel like I'm a reflection of my own brand.
Mm-hmm.
And like my mother always reminded, like, this is like, that's you, like missing. And to be like, the main thing I want to say is like the missing puzzle piece to make all things complete.
So I know that you have like your t-shirts and different things. Are there any other products or services that you offer at this time?
At this moment, no, like I have stickers. Like I don't have stickers on me, but I do stickers like every now and then when I could get a bundle in or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on doing, like, rather than just clothing brand, I want to be a brand like globally, like coffee mugs and like posters and everything. I also do photography. That's what like Missing is more than just a clothing brand, but on the surface it's just a clothing brand. But
Mm-hmm.
photography, I do like my little hobby of music and stuff like that. But it's like just more of therapy for me, or like therapeutic to me to get out what I gotta say.
You mentioned the photography piece, and when you go onto the Instagram page that you have, which I am going to tag all of that information below, but when I'm on your page and I'm looking at the photos, they are very captivating. So is photography something that you do as well? As like, is that a service that you offer people if they're looking for a photographer?
Definitely, if someone hits me up like, "Hey, can we shoot?" Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do it. Just a lot of
Okay.
people don't like. I see myself as network. I need to work on myself as being network myself better and put myself more out there. And I'm finally getting out to the point where I'm comfortable with myself and believing in myself to be like, yeah, I can do this. Like whatever I can do it. I'll better.
Right.
Like stuff
Well,
like that.
definitely, because like I said, when I went on your Instagram and I was looking at your images, they really are captivating. They really like have a wonderful picture and a wonderful message. They look really nice, so they do seem very professional. So I was curious to know, like, was it a hobby or was it something that you were actually doing on the side? So photography purposes, you know, if there are people out here who are looking for someone to get some pictures either for their brand or for themselves, this is someone that you also can reach out to, because his photographs on his Instagram look amazing. They definitely do. So right now at this time, I know that you are in the Slidell area. Do you only deliver to Slidell, or do you ship worldwide? How does that work?
I ship worldwide. If I can, I do it. Man, anywhere like around the states, I ship. Like I'm missing in like a couple of states. I can't put it like, I don't even know. It's a lot, but it's not. It's like one person here in every state, so it's touching around the states and it's making a way around the globe and stuff. And when I first started, I said Missing going global, and I'm sticking with it.
Absolutely.
And I got Missing tatted on me. It's on my leg, on my forearm, just to never give up no matter what. Like
Right.
a
Constant reminder daily when you look at yourself that, you know, this is the brand and something that I'm trying to push for myself. So what was your vision for your brand, or where do you see yourself going? Like, what are the goals or vision that you have for this brand? Where do you see yourself going?
worldwide, worldwide, touch everybody. I want to be like a life coach, a speaker, like anything, and that would be with Missing involved in either like helping people have groups and like everything. I want to do possibly as big as I can. I know it takes a big responsibility, but I believe in myself. I think I'm gonna get there, and I just want to like.
So we're gonna have Missing as a household name. Everybody get ready to see that everywhere. It is definitely going global, going worldwide. What makes you successful to yourself?
This for myself is making other people happy, making other people's day, and like, damn, like I can relate to that. Like I can really relate to that. And so much thing, like a conversation could be based off it. And like a lot of people have history of life that they don't explain, or they scared to let people know what's been on in their life, why they the person they are today, they are now. And some people don't know. And that's my whole purpose, is find who you are. Why have you been through those things? What have those things taught you? And how can it put me in position where I need to be in life, or where I want to be in life? And that's like, it just makes me happy, and it gives me life. Like this is my purpose, seeing other people happy and knowing like my impact And even like with kids, like they have kids, like can I have Missing? Like I have a next door neighbor, he's probably like around like 12 years old or something like that. He came to my door and knocked and was like, hey, can I get some Missing? I would have never thought that. I would have never thought it.
Absolutely. And one thing too, you know, that I wanted to add in, I know you have told me your story, but your story behind how you came up with your brand, as well as your upbringing and everything, is something that is so unique that you're going to let that continue to push you towards greatness. And you're not going to stop until you reach the heights, because you do have that background. And so that is something that, you know, you attribute to your success too, because like you said, you know, kids that can relate to that story, your transparency of being open to just sharing the milestones that you have gone through, the trials and tribulations of life, is something that other people can gravitate towards. And when they see that, they recognize it, they identify with it, and then they want to support your brand, because that is like, oh, me too. So if he can, I can too. And it's inspiring, it's inspiration. So keep pushing, keep, you know, being honest, being open, and just making your brand be the best, because the concept behind it is amazing. Like it's fabulous, it's wonderful. And I do appreciate, you know, all of that about it. That's why I was like, absolutely, I have to have you on my podcast, because it was just really testing to me. So I appreciate that. So what can we expect next from Missing? What's the next best thing?
Next best thing. All right, next best thing will be my video content. And like what I plan on doing is like, I work in my garage. So I got a full-time job, come home, work in my garage. And I want to show people the process of what I go through of making it, and the fun I have in my garage of making it, and seeing people, let people show the process and grow together with me. And,
absolutely.
And see the process. Like I was a part of that once. Like I remember seeing him in a garage screen printing, and now look where he at and stuff like that. I want to get people that, like, just to do that and give people insight and stuff.
Give them the insight and take them on that journey with you.
The main thing is to keep pushing, like, new things. Like I just taught myself how to sew, so just getting the quality up and putting tags in my clothes. And the best thing is just to watch and watch me grow.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing it. So I know that you're a business owner. And again, you know, I have my background history with having a business. And so we face many challenges on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to know, for yourself as a business owner, what is one of your biggest challenges?
Biggest challenge is finding a way to push the brand and also pay the bills. That's my biggest challenge right now. Is because, like, does this money have to go to bills, or does money have to go to something I love to inspire others? Because Missing will always have my heart no matter what. Like,
So being able to create that balance between work life as well as like your business life, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get to that plateau where this is your main source of income. So just finding, you know, the way between how can I maneuver both of those worlds. And I know what that's like too, because for myself, like with this podcast, I'm not getting paid for this podcast. So when I go to my regular job, I have to tell myself all the time, but like, this is my passion, this is my journey. And eventually it will put me where I need to be so that I can, you know, get the funds and the things that I need. So definitely staying consistent to your journey and just making sure that you prioritize. But at the same time, you do have to invest in yourself so that you can get to where you need to go. So that balance, I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember it was a lot of hard work, tears into my last business that I had. You know, we invested so much money, but, you know, ultimately, it never felt like money lost. It just always felt like this is going to be beneficial for me in some kind of way. So I definitely remember those days. I know exactly what you're talking about. So if you had one piece of advice for someone out there that may be interested in starting a business, what would you get? What piece of advice would you give?
Best advice would be study something before you get into it. Gain your knowledge, study it, and get the best knowledge you could to give it your all when you get into it. So once I first started, I ain't know nothing about this. Still learning through the process. But if you do it, it'll make it way more easier.
Right.
And having advice and believe in yourself, ask for help. It's fine asking for help. I owe the people, like, anything, ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help.
I like that you said ask for help, because so many of us, we so used to doing stuff on our own. We so used to just being independent. And I feel like we've been taught at a young age that, like, you know, once you get to this certain point, you shouldn't have to ask anybody for anything. You should just have it all figured out. And it's like, no, life doesn't work like that. Sometimes I need help.
Yep.
And a lot of us get ourselves in a bind because we refuse to ask for help. We refuse to stop and just be like, I need this assistance. And then we find ourselves getting further and further back. And it's like, had you just asked, you just don't know like what the universe will yield to you, you know? So definitely, you know, I always tell people too, when you ask for something, that person may not give it to you in that moment, but you never know how it's going to come back. So don't, closed mouths don't get fed.
Nope. And put the pride to the side. Don't let your ego take too much. And just,
absolutely. Good piece of advice. What about your business makes you unique from other apparel companies that are out there?
Main thing what makes me unique is I do things myself, and it's not always the best way, but making it work. And I screen print and I put my all into it, and it's made from love. So that's what makes it unique, and it's my ideas. And it
absolutely, your ideas, and it's made from love. So you know when you're purchasing something from Missing, it's gonna be something that he cares about. He's, you know, believes in his vision, his ideas, all onto his apparel that he puts out there for you guys. And so you're gonna get a piece of that by wearing that Missing.
And the main thing is the meaning behind it. Mm-hmm. When you're wearing a brand, you're not just wearing this brand. You're wearing a meaning. You're wearing a purpose. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I say this all the time. The money does not matter at all, but I know it's going to come. And it's the purpose that matters. It's the meaning behind it. Because this is a brand and that can relate to everybody, any situation, no matter what you've been through. And I find it, as growing through this process, older people relates to it the most because they understand, they've been through it. I've been through it at a young age, so I feel different from others. A lot of people will understand later down the line and get it and grab it, like, damn, he was on to something the whole time. But they'll see.
How can the people connect with you so that, you know, they can get your services or your products?
People can connect with me through Instagram. My Instagram page is The Missing Shop, TheMissingShop. That's Instagram. And my personal page on Instagram is Find Missing 4. FindMissing, the number 4. Site www.missingshop.com. MissingShop.com.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait for you guys to, you know, be able to look at this apparel for yourself so that you can get your hand on it. Again, it is such a unique and awesome brand. Thank you again, Dominick, for coming and just spending this time with me today at the Bee Party. I appreciate you more than you know. And to everyone out there, I'm going to drop all of his contact information in the description box. So if you want to contact him, please make sure that you guys check there. Also, if you want to keep up with me so that you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit my link tree and leave me a love donation. Till next time, everybody take care. Bye-bye.